I'm Jemima Kandamiri, known as Jemima K. I'm a professional model and model coach, beautician, and a TV personality. The honest truth is I was walking the dog because I was home alone and, just chilling. And then I was walking the dog, went to spa. Only when I get there I realized I actually can't enter with the dog. And the guy approached me from Figures SA, and he gave me his card and he says you should consider modeling. It was the funniest thing for me at the time because I considered myself a tomboy, but I considered it nonetheless and started off training, and then gigs started coming up, and yeah. I think it has really molded a lot of the person that I am now. I've got to know myself, being more comfortable with myself and being comfortable with other people. It has made me very business orientated, knowing what sells and what doesn't, and knowing how to grow your own following and basically along those lines. But besides that, I think on the financial side, it also has its good benefits. We get to, I went through my varsity years and modeling was paying off my things, yet I was doing it part-time. Got to meet amazing people, holding titles, you travel. There's a lot of great aspects to it. Negative aspects are eating food-related things.
Really bad?
It really is. There are a lot of negative things, but I think the eating aspect needs to be discussed. Eating disorders are a big thing in the industry. Everyone wants to stay petite, they want to stay small. And there came a time when you'd find me at home on a day when I'm not doing anything and I'm in my waist trainer because I'm trying to maintain posture. You want to remain small. And that all happened after one show. I was doing one of the fashion weeks in Pretoria, and the designer's assistant says to me, you need to lose weight in the next 2 months because these shorts don't fit you. Instead of just finding another outfit, now I'm sitting there, I'm saying, it stays with you, and if you're not strong-minded, it can easily become a thing, if I can put it like that. And I know quite a few models who are battling with eating disorders and stuff like that, and it's not something that's regarded a thing in the black community. So when someone is crying out for help, it's one of those things where it's man, just eat a burger. People don't really understand that it's an illness, it's something that must be worked through. So that's one of the negative things to it. However, you also get exposed to a lot of things. I think it's also key that parents, if your child is getting into modeling, you guide them and you attend some of these events with them. You're exposed to a lot of sexual harassment in the industry. You are exposed to a lot of jealousy. You lose people around you because, the more attention gets into what you're doing, people misinterpret it. And there's also then the religious aspect. I am a Christian, so you can imagine people are saying, then how do you see yourself in a bikini and you say you're a child of God? Do you get what I'm saying? So there's always judgment. You can never get it right. So I guess that's like the negative aspect of it. And to someone else, you are their next paycheck. So they're not vested in you. And as soon as you're done, when you're holding a title, for example, when your time is done, it's just, hey, on to the next one. People don't really get to know you or care for you, so it's just, let's get the job done, and yeah. I think firstly, get an agent. It's better to have someone who has your best interests at heart. It doesn't matter if they're having a bigger cut, so it's business. But rather have someone who stands in for you and who also know the legalities behind certain things. They'll have your back. That's the first thing. Secondly, you need to know yourself, because this industry either defines you or you define it. There's no in between. So if you're not strong-minded as a person, then you're definitely going to fail. The third thing I would say, understand your market. And when I say understand your market, is every model should research, should understand what's required, what needs to be done, what kind of following do I have. There's over 15 categories of modeling. It's not enough to just say, I'm a model now, you know. Understand what it is that you're doing. So understand your market is the third one. And then finally, I would say train. I think that is a core aspect. There are so many beautiful people out there, so many handsome men, so many beautiful girls with the best bodies, but we can all get the same audition, but I will bag it because I've got the skill, I've got the technique. Basically you secure the job. So I think those are the four that I would yeah. Person will tell you, I am your key to where you need to be. Ignore it or expose them. They will ensure that you don't get a gig, the next one that you get, or anything that's connected there, like thereafter. So it's very difficult for you to speak about it openly or to expose it, because you know that they are going to hinder your future gigs, your future work, future connections, your future network basically. So what I would advise is always expose it, because one person will never be your key to success or your key to everything, but I would say avoid it as much as you can. I grew to understand over the years that models are very standoffish at gigs and castings. They are very distant, and I realized that it's because they don't want to engage and put themselves in a vulnerable spot. I get to know you, you may be connected to that guy who's in charge of this, and he'll say bring your friend. And by you not doing that, you're working against it. By you doing it, you're still being involved in something. So the girls are they keep their distance, you know, they try to keep it as clean as possible. So I say avoid it by going there, do your job, and get out. Good agencies are linked with NAMA.
With?
NAMA.
Okay.
It's an organization. I'm not sure exactly what it stands for. I'll be lying, but if you Google it, usually if you are registered with them, you must have been functioning for over a year. They've got requirements that are legit. So usually I use that to check. But I mean, nowadays if you want to get a good agent, auditions alert, they are connected. They can check for you, referencing behind. Are these people legit? Are they not? You also, sometimes the reputation of an agency says a lot. I mean, if someone's professionalism, even if they don't have a website, meet up with them, get to know what they're doing. You can see legitness, if I can put it that way, around a brand by you engaging with it. How they handle correspondence, how they handle your castings, the requirements that they ask for. I know that a good agent for me will ask me for my tax number, because they want to protect you if something happens. You know what I'm saying? You need to pay your taxes. If I get paid a certain amount, they need to account for it in books somehow. And someone who's not legit will not. Someone who's not legit will not ask for certain things. So I think research as much as you can. Ask around. If it's a good and a reputable agency, look up whom have they taken out there and how have they done it. And on their social media platforms as well. You know, nowadays we can catfish, we can lie around things, but you'll only lie about something for so long. So how legit you are will show in a matter of time. As a model, I don't see myself modeling full-time for a long time. I want to go behind the scenes. I think I want to create a platform for models that is just, that is fair, that is different. I've been with a lot of companies, with a lot of pageants, if I could put it that way, and I've had a lot of experience from a model's perspective. And I think that information is crucial because if you're going to have a brand that really stands for people, like nowadays every pageant hides behind women empowerment, you know, but it's one thing for you to hide behind, another thing to actually practice it. So I see myself possibly having an international pageant that is running, that promotes models and genuinely promotes models, that grows women, and a platform where that will also venture into media and into other things, because modeling doesn't only mold you to walk on a ramp or to be posing, it molds you to be a great person. There's character to it, there's grace to it, there's a whole lot of other things. I think it's actually in educating the girls on what it's about, besides model training. That's why I say I'm thinking of having my own pageant, my own platform, where women actually get to see firsthand, where they actually get to experience certain things. And they also get someone who guides them through some of these things. You know, I want an encouraging platform that is informative, that grows people, and not just preach women empowerment, but actually positively make it visible. I don't want to say it. I want my actions to be able to show you that this is what I am for, and this is what I'm doing. And the pageant that we do, grow the girls, you know, in whatever aspect they are going into. Even if you don't end up being a model, take something lifelong from it, you know. It needs to make sense. It needs to fit into an entire picture. Modeling can be something that you did only for a couple of years for fun, but it needs to be part of the puzzle that completes a bigger picture. That's how I see it. Well, I did Miss Africa continent a couple of years ago, and I was a title holder for it. I was a princess, and till today, we have not been given our prize money. These are some of the things that we'll experience, and this is a reputable brand. You know, if it's okay, I'll refer to it as the organization. I prefer not to. Yes, I mean, I was supposed to get over 30,000 rand, a scholarship, sponsors for beauty and skincare and, you know, makeup and all of that. None of that ever came to light. Yet the crowning went on years after. People are experiencing some of these things and they don't have the courage to stand up to it. And when we tried to do so, we got threatened. As in, your life got threatened. Like, if you persist with this, careful, this is the direction that it's going to go into. And one of the girls, I remember just before the crowning night, spoke up about sexual abuse from the main person in charge. No names mentioned, if that's okay. And I remember Miss Zambia was there, Miss Namibia was there. We had a representative from every country. Miss Zimbabwe was there. All of these people are there. I'm representing South Africa, and I'm sitting there, and I'm keen. You know, I'm hungry for it. Miss SA did not send, apparently, well, that's what we were told. They didn't send the current title holder because, I mean, they chose to protect their brand, which is a good thing. Nonetheless, this girl from Lesotho speaks out, and she was disqualified from the competition. And only then other stories came out. We all paid different amounts to come in. You know, others were paying up to 5,000, others were paying over 1,000. Others were told 2 days before that, listen, if you don't pay this amount by then, we're gonna get you out of the competition. People are traveling out of their countries, out of their homes to come to a whole new different country. And we were staying together for over 2 months. And do you understand? It was just an environment that at the end of the day, a lot of nonsense came out of it. And one of the organizers freely opened up to us that she's willing to speak. They paid over 47,000 to them in cash to have the winner win. So if you're already fighting in an industry that's the level ground is not so level, then you're fighting at a loss. And some of the experiences are, like right now, I'm holding a title. In a couple of days' time, we're supposed to crown the new Miss Universe. Do you know that I have not had an invite to the final night? Suddenly things are coming up. Oh, you haven't been holding out your title. Oh, you haven't been, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's defamation. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, what? Because I cannot lie. When people ask you, what has this organization done for you? You were here? Where have they put you? And you cannot answer besides saying, I got a prize money. I have no schedule, which means everything that I've been doing, whether it's charity work, whether it's whatnot, has been in personal capacity. I cannot run around with my sash and crown with someone who's not supporting me and it's completely out of my pocket. And I think the gravity of that needs to be considered. And I realized that I'm not the only model who goes through that. And in our social circles, we were talking, and some of the girls were saying, you pay a registration fee, let's say for a sash of 1,000 rand, and then when you don't make it, they want the sash back. These are some of the little injustices that we have been exposed to, and the people clearly telling you that I'm not obligated to, yet you are representing that brand an entire year. And realistically speaking, they may have given you prize money or whatever that it is, but there must be some communication. I held the title for over a year with no communication whatsoever from the organization. However, towards the end, I'm told to prove what you've done. And I don't even get an invite to a final night. That's what I was saying earlier, that the relationship is not there in the industry. There has to be a certain level of care. If someone who's representing your organization has an eating disorder or experiences something, it also affects your brand. It's a limited way of thinking, because if you are my brand, you are my face. I'm not saying get personal with people, it's still business at the end of the day, apparently, but there should be a certain level of care that comes with the relationship that says, your interests are mine. If your mind, psychologically, emotionally, physically, if you are well, you perform better, my brand also does better. So we invest in the people that represent our brand. So I think those are some of the experiences that we've had, going to castings and they already have shortlisted people that they want for it. So it becomes more of a chance game of whom do I know than actual talent. And you also get, some of the girls in the industry also, have also exposed you to a couple of things, whether the people that they know or the friends that you make. Dresses being torn, it does happen. I used to read magazines and all of these things and watch TV and hear of beauty queens who got their dresses torn, and I thought to myself, how dramatic. That could never happen. People aren't like that. Until it happened to me 2 minutes before we went on stage. My dress got ripped. You don't have time to change even if you have something. And if you don't come out when it's your turn to come out, the entire program will be delayed. You look like you're being unprofessional. The judges won't look at it in the right way. So there's a whole lot of that. And I have experienced as well the managers of a pageant pitching outside my house at 11 in the evening, asking to come in. You're a male. It's after hours. What are you doing? In the comfort of my space. And I remember I went down with a friend to meet him. Because I'm like, I'm not going to come in and speak to you alone. For what? And also it's 11 o'clock in the evening. I went with a friend and it became a big thing. I was almost disqualified for doing that. You're not trusting us to do our job. They ride behind the technicalities, this is how we do things. Do it or get out. So yeah, there's a whole lot of other experiences, but this is just among the few that I've personally been exposed to. Being told that, listen here, do you understand that I'm the key. Get with me. All I want is for you to come with me to an event. That's how it starts. You know, I'm not asking you for much. I've got an event that's coming up, and because you're so hungry for something, you ask questions. Oh, what event is it about? Where am I going to meet? You think about the networking aspect. You want to jump in on it. And before you know it, you're being dragged into a whole new system that you have no control over. Because after that one event, it's all pure until you want to leave, and then it's a whole different story. And different kinds of models. There's over 15 categories. You get glamour models, petite models. You get your more specific ones like hand model. You get editorial, pageants, swimwear or bikini models, fitness models. So yeah, there's different kinds. But if you want to know more about that, come join my class.